Okay, so we'll have a look at the latest Chelsea transfer news. And for a club that's got a two-window ban currently, there's quite a lot to talk about. We'll have a look at Maurizio Sarri and his much publicised move as the new manager of Juventus. So we'll have a look at the latest on that. Obviously, Eden Hazard, the rumours of him going at the end of the season after the Europa League final. And we'll have a look at the highly rumoured return of either Frank Lampard or John Terry as manager and replacement for Maurizio Sarri. Now, I've got an interesting twist on that, which I think is a possibility. And we'll also have a look at on-loan striker coming back, Tammy Abraham. Now, I think he could be the real bonus out of the transfer window ban, and we'll have a little look at him. Now, first, Maurizio Sarri. It's no surprise really that he is considering going to Juventus, and I hear that possibly a deal has already been done and arranged there. And it's no surprise, he's had a season where he's finished in the top four, got to the Europa League final, but still a large number of the fans and the club feel that it's been a dismal season. There's all talks of Eden Hazard going to Real Madrid, and that move will certainly happen towards the end of the week. I think it's just really the price that's got to be finalised on that one. So there's no surprise that Sarri will be looking to move back to one of the Italian clubs. With regards to Eden Hazard, pretty much a done deal. There's talk of 130 million. I'm not too sure Chelsea will get that much for him, but it's certainly a deal that I understand is going to happen, and it will be somewhere in the 100 million region. Now, there's lots of talk about a replacement for Maurizio Sarri in Frank Lampard or John Terry. Now, they're actually meeting this afternoon in the Championship playoff final, and obviously nothing will happen or break until after the Europa League final anyway, I don't suspect. Now, yes, Frank Lampard or John Terry are the obvious targets to come back, and the big debate is who's gonna be the manager. I've got an interesting twist on it. I think there's a strong possibility that they could come back in a dual role. So don't be too surprised if you don't see both Frank Lampard and John Terry come back in a dual role. And, you know, they're good friends. They've played for many, many years together. They've got the ear of the hierarchy at Chelsea. So they're both in favour with the hierarchy at Chelsea. And more importantly, they've even, you know, quite open about, they've compared notes in their coaching roles this year at their respective clubs. So that'll be a really interesting one to see what happens there. But little whisper, there could be the possibility of some kind of dual managerial role there. Now, the two-window transfer ban, I understand Chelsea are still looking to get that overturned. But if it sticks as it is, it's going to be a challenge for any new manager, whether it be Frank Lampard, John Terry, the pair of them, or somebody, you know, drafted in from Europe to take over from Sarri. So it's going to force Chelsea into looking at players they've got out on loan this season, coming back, and who can they perhaps move into the first team in a more senior role. Now, one of those players that I'm quite excited about, and I've watched quite a bit of footage on him, is Tammy Abraham. Now, he's currently on loan at Aston Villa and has been for the season with John Terry. And he's had a very good season. I think he scored 26 goals. Now, just a word of caution with that 26 goals. I think it's 39 appearances, 26 goals, 3 assists. A handful of those goals are from penalties, so it's bulked up a little bit with the penalties. But who is he? Well, he's a product of the Chelsea academy. He's come through the Chelsea ranks. He's 21 years old. He's quite a tall lad. He's a little bit on the gangly side, but he's still growing. He's still filling out. He's got great pace. He looks to have a good touch about him. He can score with his feet, with his head. He's comfortable on the ball as well, driving out a defence. So all round, he looks like he's got all the raw ingredients there. Now, he's primarily a centre forward. He can play on the left or the right, but from what I've seen of him, he's just got the goal scorer's instinct, and I would play him as an out-and-out number 9 in the middle. And we'll come to that in a little bit, but we'll have a look at his stats. Like I say, come through the youth academy. So he's been loaned out a little bit. Now, his first loan spell was at age 18 in the 16-17 season in the Championship to Bristol City. He played 48 games, 26 goals, 4 assists. So 18, those are pretty good numbers. He then had a year on loan at Swansea City in the Premiership in the 17-18 season. So he would have been age 19 then, and didn't go so well in the Premiership. And you know, for a 19-year-old, they're big boots to fill as a senior role as a centre forward in the thing. I think his problem was that Swansea were a struggling side that year, and I think any centre forward would have struggled in that side, to be honest. He had 39 appearances, 8 goals and 5 assists, so he still contributed to the game. Then this year really has been his breakout season on loan spell at Aston Villa. And like I say, 26 goals, 3 assists, 20 years old. So that's a remarkable season. Now, the footage I've seen of him is he looks to have a real goal scorer's instinct. He knows when to make those runs off the back of a defender. When the ball's coming in from the flanks, he knows exactly where to go. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time. He's a tall lad, so he's a threat in the air, and he's scored a few goals with his head this year. Either foot he looks comfortable with. And, you know, interestingly, we're all good strikers. He scores what I call a few easy tap-ins, a few what I call Gary Lineker goals, where the ball just seems to fall at him. But when you watch him, he's always looking to make those runs, either in front of the defender at the near post or coming in round the back at the back post. And he's there waiting for anything to be picked up, any bits and pieces. So I think he's not going to be a player that I think will come in and score 20 plus goals for Chelsea next year. But I do think, you know, with Eden Hazard going, and Eden Hazard is a sort of player that produces you know, in the teens goals, late teens. So he could be, you know, somebody that covers that goal production that Chelsea are going to miss with Eden Hazard. So internationally, he's played at England under 18, England under 19 and under 21 level. So he's well thought of in the international setup. He's had 42 appearances in the internationals, and he's scored 15 goals with 10 assists. So not mind-blowing numbers, but he's a good player, and I think there's a lot of development there to come from him. And I think this may be his time now, coming back to Chelsea. He may well get that opportunity in the side, and who knows who the manager is going to be, but somebody who just knows how to look after him and develop him for the season. I think he could be an excellent player. Obviously, because he's a loan player, there's no large signing on fees. I don't know what his current wage structure is, but I would imagine there's nobody else out there on the market that you could look to get for the sort of money he's costing Chelsea at the moment. So he's good with his head, comfortable with the ball. He can score with the head, with his feet. The big plus for me is he's just got a goal scorer's instinct. He knows where to go. He knows where to nip in front of a defender, where to drop off round the back of a defender for the through ball, or he's sniffing at the back post. So I think he'll be an excellent look for Chelsea for next year. Obviously, some big matches for Frank Lampard, John Terry today. Big match for Chelsea later on in the week in the Europa League. So I think it's all going to unfold the back end of the week. And don't be surprised to hear some interesting news coming out of Chelsea later on in the week. So keep watching. Do me a favour, if you like the video, please like it and please subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep you updated as soon as I hear any more impending news. Thanks for watching.